Hi and welcome along to the Bias Premier League show. My man White Yardie in the building, sponsored today by Boohoo Man. Don't forget, if you want any stuff from Boohoo Man, great stuff they do. We're rocking it today. The link is in the description. Jump on there now. You get up to a 40% off discount. Before we get into yesterday's game, let's quickly just have a look at the results. Something to possibly cheer me up, because I won this week. Obviously, we both got the Tottenham Arsenal game wrong because we both stupidly, we have to stop doing that, innit? Back to Arsenal. Liverpool won 4-0. We both went for a Liverpool win, but neither of us got the 4-0. Then going to the Saturday games, Man United beat West Ham by 3-1. You said that West Ham would win. I
said draw, 2-2.
You said it'd be a 2-2 draw. I went for a 2-1 Man United win. It was actually 3-1.
2-1 to you.
And then Chelsea versus Leeds.
Yep.
Again,
I went 3-0. You
went 3-0. I went 3-1. It was actually 3-1 to Chelsea.
So yeah.
So that was that, and I won this week. And I've still got that forfeit.
When you're ready. Man.
Yeah. You ready?
Care.
We might even do it this week. You ready for it this week? Yeah.
I don't care.
I didn't want to drop it on you today, man, because I already know you're not in the mood for that right now. And I'm not even in the mood to talk about forfeits, because we got to talk about yesterday first. 2-0 defeat. You have to be honest. As football fans, as Arsenal fans, should I say, we're thinking we need to win this. Form goes out the window, blah, blah. As football fans, the wider football fans looking at that game, it is no surprise to them that Tottenham beat us, because if we're being right honest, at this moment in time, they're a better team than us. But I was confused yesterday with Mikel Arteta's tactics, because the one thing he's been getting criticised for has been, he's been quite negative sometimes when we go away from home. You know, and three at the back, pretty solid, defensive, tries to catch teams on the counter-attack. And on the whole, that's not worked that badly. I mean, we haven't got, even the games that we've lost away from home, like to City and Liverpool, we didn't get overrun really. You know, I mean, even the Liverpool game, we lost 3-1, but it was a very tight game. Could have went either way at times. And then in the end, they sort of pulled away. They showed their class. The City game was a tight affair, which they won 1-0. We went and we beat Manchester United away 1-0. Beat Fulham, as we know. But the game yesterday was strange, because I thought if ever there's a game that's going to suit the system that he's been playing for quite a while, it's Tottenham. We know how they play. They're pretty defensive and they catch you on the counter-attack. So it was made for us to be solid, sort of nullify that, and then try and catch them on the counter if they came forward, draw them out a bit. But we didn't. We went for it. We went for it, and we got suckered in.
We played the game they wanted us to play.
Exactly. The game that Mourinho wanted us to play, we played.
He laughed. He know what he did yesterday. And to me, like, listen, the defeat yesterday, is only bad because of the previous games. If I be honest with you. As much as it's a North London derby and we don't want to lose to Tottenham, we didn't look too bad as we did against Villa, against Wolves. You know what I mean? We dominate possession because Tottenham allowed us to do that. It's not that Tottenham didn't press us. Tottenham didn't pressure us or anything like that. They allowed us to play the ball. That's why we dominated possession. It's not because we were just better at it. It's just they eased off and let us have it. Go on, have it, try break us down, because they know we're not been doing it.
But was that the right tactic?
No, it wasn't the right tactic. And it brings back to what I said to you yesterday is, when you look at the Man United game, we had the ball. It's kind of similar. We had the ball, playing, creating chances. We won a penalty. How did you win a penalty? Get the ball in the box on the ground and get someone, and the foul came. Yesterday, we're not getting that. We're not driving, as I said to you, there's no players driving into the box with the ball. If you think about Liverpool, think about Man United, you think about Chelsea, their players are driving. Once they get near the box, they're driving at the defense, because there's two options a defender's going to have once you start driving at him. He's either going to tackle you to try to win the ball, you might win a free kick, or he's going to ease back, keep easing back, and allow you to come in the box to create that chance for you to shoot. Do you understand what I mean? Make him make that choice. Don't give him the simple option of having to do nothing. Because that's what we're doing. Once we get the ball, we're just giving them the option. Oh, you don't have to do nothing. Don't worry, I'm just going to pass it over here. You're cool. That's what it feels like.
You know, the weird thing about it is we put loads of crosses into the box.
44 crosses in.
Is that how many?
44, but only 9 connected. Because, again, this is another thing I was analysing the game. And it's back to what I said. It's like Arteta only has one plan when he plays a game. There's no other plan. And I feel like what happened yesterday with his tactics is because he didn't go with his normal one. Because now I feel like he's in desperation.
But the problem is...
he's desperate to win a game.
The problem is,
he needs to win.
Yeah, the problem is that whipping the ball into the box...
We don't have Drew no more.
There's nobody in there. And I remember right at the start of the season, I remember I even said we need a backup striker, someone who's physical, someone who's good in the air, right? And I even suggested Mitrovic at Fulham. I go, bring him in, and people were laughing at me. And this is the reason why I was saying it, because I was saying, listen, we don't have that guy that you can, games like that where they're tight, basically they've got everybody behind the ball. It's really hard to break down, but you can break down a team. That is a way of breaking down a team.
Yesterday,
but there's nobody in the box.
That's what I'm saying. How we played yesterday would have suited a striker like Giroud.
Yeah.
All them crosses in the box. We know when Drew was playing for us, even though when he's playing, you put anything in the box, he's going for it.
Yeah.
And he's going to win it. More times
but even
than
if you
he
can't
wins
get,
it.
listen, we wouldn't be able to get a Giroud. Giroud's long gone. There's players like a Mitrovic, there's players like other players there that have got a height that we could have went out and looked, but we've got the same. But
they play Mario up front yesterday,
we're bringing on Eddie Nketiah, right? Eddie Nketiah is not going to win anything in the air. Eddie Nketiah is the same type of player to what we have already.
Yep.
And if you're right, the only person who picks the ball up and was driving with it was Saka.
Yeah.
Right? He did all right in the second half.
Partey as well before he got injured.
Partey before he got injured. Well, nobody else.
Nobody else.
And then the other thing is, right, the other things I sussed when I was analysing that game as well, is that when you've got players like Lacazette and Aubameyang, they need the ball to feet in front of them. You know what I mean? That's how they're going to affect games. There was only one chance I think Aubameyang got where it kind of came to his feet. Unfortunately, the defender got to get across him quite well. He got his shot away, and I think it was Alderweireld got a block.
Yeah.
But that needs to happen more, and that brings me back to the thing about creativity in midfield and the whole Ozil thing and stuff. Like, I don't want to keep bringing it up like a broken record.
But you know,
but if
it's
you've
not
got to have, if even if it ain't Ozil, you have to have somebody.
But
there.
you have to bring it up, because guess what? He's still at the club. He's still there. So if the board is seeing this, if Arteta is seeing this and not pressuring like the people above him to make that choice, so listen, get him back in the team. Get him back in the team. Or go out in January and buy me a creative midfielder. This is not to me, I do feel like with Arteta, I feel like the job's too big for him right now.
I was about to ask you that. Will he still be there in January? Right? I want to ask you this. How many more games do you give him?
I don't give him no more. I told you this from yesterday. I don't give him no more games.
You don't give him no more games?
Let me tell you something.
You want him gone?
Do you know in December we're playing 3 teams below us in December? Burnley next. We have West Brom. We have and Brighton. I don't like the sound of that, because West Brom is attacking. Yeah, West Brom is attacking, and we will give them goals. Yeah, Brighton, we know they can attack, and against us they will score. We know that already. They've beaten us many times. Yeah, they always get points off us. Yeah, Burnley probably can't wait to play us right now. Burnley's like, please, hurry up this weekend.
So you sack him now?
Right away. I'd rather sack him and try to get somebody in straight away. Brother, anybody available. Because what I'm saying is that we cannot be this bad. There has to be somebody else out there. Robbie, you probably can go there and pick a better team than him. I'm being honest. It's like...
So you've had enough?
I've actually had enough, because there's no way these players have just gone from winning the FA Cup, beating Man City, beating Chelsea, beating Man United. Yeah, there's no way they have gone from that, beating Liverpool. There's no way they have gone from that team this year. Not too long ago, we were cheering wins from them beating these teams. And now they're playing like they just met. It's like the first day of school for them. They just don't know who each other is. They don't know how to pass a ball. None of the balls look like no one looks like they know how to pass a ball to anyone. On our pitch, we probably have like 3-4 players that actually are out there trying. Gabriel, Saka, Tini, and Lacazette. The rest, sometimes I don't even know if they want to be at the club. If you don't want to be at the club, step off. Please step off.
For me, right? I mean, I had a big think about it overnight. I don't think it's the right time to sack him. I do think time's running out, though. I do think time's running out. I look at December.
2 more loss a relegation winner here. 2 more loss a relegation
I know.
winner.
I mean, looking at the table right now, right, we are 15th in the table, right, which is horrendous. But then the nature of this league is that we still could have a shout of getting up, you know, if we went on a run.
If we're being realistic, it's not too far. Yeah,
Manchester United, somebody made this point yesterday, right? Manchester United last season, at one time, were like that as well. They end up getting in the top 4.
Exactly.
So it's not beyond the realms. But I look at Man United, they've got way more quality than us. That's the difference. Man United have not even played well this season. But you know the difference?
They're getting the results.
The players
when they need
they've got Bruno Fernandes and these guys, they got better quality than us. We ain't got that.
We ain't got it.
Right?
Our starting 11 is not even good enough.
Our best player right now is injured. In my books, again, in Partey, right? But I look at the fixtures coming up for December. So let me just go and check out because that West Brom one you're talking about, I'm not even sure if that is in December.
Yes.
Let me just quickly.
Very soon. I'm telling you.
Let me just quickly go to the Arsenal app. Oh, here it is. Right now, right. So I'm looking at the fixtures the fixtures coming up. So obviously Burnley is the next game.
Yes.
Game after that, Southampton at home. Winnable, but then they're above us. They've been playing way better than us. Then we've got Everton away on the 19th of December.
And then who?
Then we have Man City, that's in the Carabao Cup. It's not a league, but on the Tuesday, the 22nd. Then on Boxing Day, we've got Chelsea.
Just after Christmas.
And then we've got Brighton. West Brom's not... I won't put the West Brom in there because that's not until the new year, right? So Brighton, Chelsea, Man City Carabao Cup, take that out of it for a minute. Everton, Southampton, Burnley.
We have to pray at Chelsea.
So I'm going to give that 5 games, right? Out of those 5 games, right, I think he has to win at least 3 of those games, or his job's on the line for me. Because to me, how you always look at it is you say to yourself, come January, if you're the owner of a club, you're going to release a few funds for the manager to improve his squad. Now, that's when you've got to say to yourself,
release the whole bank
yeah, but
account.
you're never going to get it in January, right? So you've got to look on it in January and you've got to say...
$500 million.
You've got to say to yourself in January, right, is this the guy that I want spending this money? Or do I need to bring in someone else? Let him get a couple man in now and then in the summer he goes again. To me, I want Mikel Arteta to succeed, but if he doesn't get, I think, 3 wins out of 5, which would be getting us back on track in a way, I think it's very hard to make a case for him staying. There are a lot of people saying he should go. I'd love to hear from people today in the comments. Do you think he should stay or go? I think that's the question. I think that's a fair question to ask as well. You know, I don't think there's anything wrong right now with asking this question because this is Arsenal Football Club. And, you know,
bring back
our
Wenger,
record...
man. Bring back Wenger. Wenger, come back, please, Wenger. I'm sorry.
You serious? You bring back Wenger? What, as an interim? I heard someone say that.
Listen, man. Under Wenger, we were never this bad. Ever.
Bring back Wenger.
Like I said to you earlier. Let me explain.
That's gone as well.
Never.
That's gone as well.
Wenger can come back anytime he wants. I bet he can.
To manage?
Brother.
Nah, that'd be ridiculous.
So when we are playing a ridiculous, Robbie
thought
like him now watch the game. You know, still just watch the game.
Bring back Wenger.
Brother, at least if Wenger come back, Ozil comes back in the team.
It's done.
Man.
Unless you were saying, all right, if you were saying bringing back interim to cover until you found someone, maybe I'd understand that. But
bring back
Wenger, it's too late. That's done.
Even Emery never so bad.
So bring back Wenger, are you serious?
Yes. Robbie, we never this bad under Wenger. Remember, most of the time when we were cussing Wenger is when we was in Champions League cussing him. We were in Champions League cussing Wenger. That's when we was cussing Wenger, in the Champions League when we were getting slapped.
No, we was cussing him in the league. We were getting slapped up in the league as well. You forget the 6-0s. You forget the spankings we were getting all over the place.
Wenger, though.
It is
I bet Wenger don't know about 15.
It's a rebuilding process. It's a rebuilding process. Man. And even if...
We're rebuild from the championship.
Even if, right, Arsene Wenger was a great, great manager, but his time is gone. We need to be looking ahead to the future, right? It's either this guy, he gets backed properly, because remember, he don't have... Again, I bring it back to that point. He don't have the personnel either. Who yesterday... This is what we found out. If Aubameyang is not on form, nothing happens.
The man hasn't
for
been
the
on
past
form
for the past three seasons.
Game.
I've said this many a times. For the past 3 seasons, this guy's been carrying this club with his goals. Now the goals have dried up. We've dried up.
But here, Mr. Robbie, you see that?
No. Listen, wait a minute.
I'm gonna stick up in. I'll come back to that. Yes.
This is facts.
Yes.
His goals have dried up.
Yes.
We've dried up.
Yes.
Right. We have been over the last 3 seasons dependent upon one man.
Yep.
To
definite
pull even in the FA Cups, right? The semi-final and final, who got the goals? Who pulled us out of that?
You think it's the last 3 seasons we relying on one man?
Yes.
No, it's not. It's been longer than that. We used to rely on Van Persie.
Yeah.
We used to rely on Sanchez, and now the pressure's come on to him.
Right, and then you look
at Arsenal's always from after our era of the Invincibles. We have become relying on one player all the time to carry the team.
Okay, right.
Van Persie carried us for a long time.
So you've confirmed that. All right.
Yes,
all right.
but what I'm trying to say,
hold on.
No, but hear
confirmed it.
I know, but hear what I'm saying when I confirm it is my thing though is listen to this. We signed Aubameyang as a striker, as a guy who's gonna come get us goals. We didn't sign a defender. So when people say take away his goals, if we're taking away his goals, put him in defense or put him in goal then. We didn't sign a goalkeeper to play up front. We signed a striker to play up front, a winger to go up front and get the goals. You're a goal machine, that's your job. So nobody tells me about take away his goals and we be here. That's your job, that's what you're getting paid to.
That's his job, he's off form.
Way off form.
Yeah,
right now
and it happens. Messi's off form at the moment. It happens, right? Messi's off form. I'll give you a great example, yeah? Messi's off form at the moment.
Messi's allowed to be off form.
Of course, Barcelona in a mess. Aubameyang's it's not that he's allowed to be off form because we ain't good enough to have that, right? But he's been carrying us. Now, here's the difference now, yeah? Manchester United, if Bruno Fernandes is off form, they've got Pogba. If Pogba's off form, they've got Van der Beek. If Rashford's not on form, they've got Martial. If Martial's not on form, they've got Cavani. If Cavani's not on form, they've got Greenwood. At City, if Sterling's not off form, they've got Mahrez. If De Bruyne's off form, they got a whole host of other midfielders. In Liverpool, if Salah's not scoring, Mane's scoring. Mane's not scoring for me. This will be too reliant on one guy, and now we've been exposed. Tottenham, if Kane's not on form, Son's on form. When Kane was out of the team last year, Son stepped into the breach, right? We have just not got a team good enough at the moment. So this is why at the moment, I'm not saying sack the manager, I'm saying give him the personnel. However, I understand how football works. This is a big club. You cannot continue this club losing the games we're losing.
No way.
You're going to have to press the button if he doesn't. I think he's got to... I personally, I mean, I know you said you get rid of him straight away. I personally, I give him up till Christmas. If he hasn't turned those results around by Christmas...
We've got 1 point in our last 4 games.
Exactly. If he doesn't turn it around by Christmas, Yardie, he has to go. That's what I'd say.
1 point. Right now, I can go outside and get 3 points.
Let's talk about some of the other games. Because I'm depressed talking about us, man. Obviously, Liverpool beating Wolves, the team that beat us last week.
Exactly.
Liverpool, with all their injuries, just run over them 4-0.
Trent's back in it.
Yeah, they have got him back. Run all over them 4-0. Salah again on the score sheet as well. Fans back in the game as well. I don't know if that made a difference. Heard some of the Tottenham guys saying that the fans coming back for them made a difference as well. But Liverpool had fans back, and Klopp was talking about how the fans made a big difference. Sheffield United, he's probably the only manager under more pressure right now than Mikel Arteta.
They would love to play us as well.
They lost, we actually did beat them.
No, they would love to play us again, that's what I'm saying. No,
yeah,
they would love
they're
to.
very unlucky actually. It was 1-1, last minute goal by Jamie Vardy
I watched
again.
that as well,
Yeah, 2-1 to them. Sheffield United, I think it's the worst start of any team in Premier League history. They've only got 1 point. 5-1. And the funny thing about it is they haven't played as bad as that suggests.
They don't have no one up front.
Yeah, it's got no one to score goals. Sounds familiar?
No, we need to take the Sheffield United team and put full strikers up front and try something different and see what happens.
West Brom 1, Crystal Palace 5. West Brom had a man sent off. I don't know if you saw that game. West Brom player, he was on the ground, he kicked out. Again, this is where this VAR thing. The referee goes over to the screen, sends him off. All right, I suppose by the letter of the law, but come on, man. I felt that was a harsh sending off. That's a yellow card, and that's it. You know, I don't know, man. It's where it ruins the game. 5-1, 2 goals by Zaha. Up until that game, Zaha was like, this is how important he is as well. This shows you the importance sometimes of certain players when you're not blessed with loads of players throughout the team. He's been out for 2 games, we've lost both of them. He comes back in, scores 2 goals, creates others, they win 5-1. Even Benteke.
And why
Benteke, I think, has got the same amount of goals as Aubameyang now.
Of course, in one game.
Imagine that. And then the Saturday games, wait a minute, I'm looking at the wrong games there. The Saturday games, of course, Manchester United winning their game. 3-1.
Coming from a goal down.
Again, down. And again, I watched that game, and in the first half, West Ham should have been out of sight. Haller, that guy as well. He must be the most frustrating striker to watch. He had a chance.
You think so?
Did you see that?
I think he is.
Apart from our lot at the moment. But he had, did you see that? He ran the goalkeeper and then he fell over. My God. They should have been about 3-0 up at half time. And the thing is, if you don't kill off Man United,
they'll come back.
They've got, what it is with Manchester United, you know, my Man United mate was going at me, you said that Arteta's better than Ollie, but Ollie's rubbish. The difference is between Ollie and Arteta is this, right? Ollie has better players.
He has more options as well.
He has options galore. He should be doing better with what he's got.
But that's what I'm saying.
I've said this
remember
yesterday.
Yesterday I was saying to you, look at our bench. Who do we have on our bench to call on?
I've been saying this from time when I've talked to Flex. I've talked to, I've done interviews on United Stand. I said to them, I go, you guys should be challenging for the league. I'm just glad you've got Ollie. If you had a proper manager with the personnel you've got, you should be challenging for the league.
They have a lot of talented
They've got great players they can bring off the bench. And, you know, West Ham didn't kill them off.
Nope, and they come
on came the artillery, and that was it.
Even though the first goal, I felt like the ball went out of...
That went out. And that's yes.
But
didn't you think that? Yeah, I think that went out. I think that went out as well. I agree with you.
But listen, I wish we had some of that luck.
Yeah, Chelsea 3, Leeds 1. Yeah, Chelsea again, they're looking good.
Definitely.
Annoyingly looking good. They've got so much, again, so many.
Scoring as well.
Again, how many options have they got? What options we got? Eddie and Nketiah. Look at the options they've got. You know what I mean?
We have options and delete.
Let me give you an example of this. Is what I'm saying with the Arteta thing. Ziyech goes off, they bring on Pulisic.
Yeah. I know.
That's the options they've got.
I know.
They've got Aspilicueta sat on the bench. You know what I mean? So, you know.
I know.
Yeah, I think they're going to be
They have so many options they gave us when I fill them options.
No, they didn't give.
And he's on the pitch, can't even get a goal.
Funny enough is when you go back to the Willian thing, they wanted to keep him. Yeah, so there must have been a player there. And actually, I didn't think he played that bad yesterday.
No, he did well. He played a part, so he did well.
Man City 2.
That's not good enough.
Fulham 0. That was to be expected. And Burnley, another team that's like really faltering is Everton. Burnley 1, Everton 1.
Yeah.
Got off to a great start at the start. They've really been.
That game was very good, you know. To be honest, anyone could have took that game.
And Burnley, probably, you know, they needed more than a point. But a decent point for them. If we look at the table, top of the table, Spurs. Joint top with Liverpool. Your 2 favourite teams there, Tottenham and Liverpool. Third place behind them, 2 points back, is Chelsea. And in 4th, Leicester. Man United in 5th. City ominously moving up now into 6th place.
Yep.
And Man United and Man City have both got a game in hand.
Yep.
Right? Just despite both of them getting off to really bad starts, really,
them up there.
Right? United are just a couple of points off the top spot, and so is City. Way back down now, 11 points we are, right? Behind Spurs. In 15th place is Arsenal. And if Brighton were to win tonight, we drop down even that. That would just be 2 points off 2 places off the relegation zone. This is not sustainable for Arsenal Football Club. You know, the other thing I think about, and doing an interview with Turkish yesterday, and Turkish has been very adamant for a long time about the board and the Cronkies and stuff like that. I'm wondering if you guys even watching.
They don't.
Stan Kroenke, is he feeling the pain that we're feeling at the moment? Is he sat in America watching that and thinking, oh my God, what's happening to my club? Because remember, he's his club. He owns
not.
It. He's like, if I owned Arsenal, I'd be sitting there. I wouldn't even be able to sleep last night. I mean, I could barely sleep as it is, and I don't even own nothing. And I'd be there and I'd be like, yo, man, what's happening to my club?
He doesn't watch.
What's
Robbie,
happening to my
his
club?
Pockets are full. Adidas are pumping money into him anyway and bringing out a new kit every other day. A new top, new this. And the idiot fans them, sorry, I don't mean to call us idiots, but we go buy this shit. So they're gonna keep giving him money. He's gonna keep making money. He don't care. For him care, you know, I don't want to say it, and I hope I could not stand for this to happen. But if we was into a position where we were in the relegation battle and even maybe there, and I reckon he would sell the team and bounce and leave us.
Boohoo Man of the Week. Let's get into the Boohoo Man of the Week. I know it's not an Arsenal player.
Yeah, Zaha is definitely getting Boohoo.
Oh, Zaha.
Zaha, yeah. He's going to get Boohoo Man of the Week for me, because being out for 2 games, your team losing, you come back into it and you show the quality that we at Arsenal can do with, and we've been linked with you, and we know this player wants to come to Arsenal, and I don't know why.
I used to ask for him, people used to slag me off.
He asks to come. How can a player wants to come and you're seeing what he does? We need stuff like that. We need even options like that. You understand what I mean? Come on, man. So he definitely Boohoo Man of the Week.
Boohoo Man of the Week, Zaha. Idiot of the Week.
Listen, the idiots of the week, the real full 100%, 1 million born every day as an idiot. When your mother and your father lie down, it was 2 idiots that lie down together to make you a full idiot. Yeah? Your mother and your father are idiot to make you a full idiot. Millwall fans, and I don't care, I live near Millwall, so you will see me around and I'll tell you, racism has to stop. How can you be booing something that is fighting against racism? How can you see players, and you have black players on your team as well? If that was me, Robbie, I swear, if I was on that team as a footballer, I'm telling my team, come, I'm not playing. I am not playing under this. This is not right. And the fact of how limited fans are there, how many limited fans are there, unfortunately, for even the ones who didn't take part, I think, it was 2,000? Those 2,000 fans should get a lifetime ban. Until then, if they can...
Oh, no, wait, you can't ban the ones that didn't do it.
No, because listen, you see that way? Listen, if they cannot find out exactly who done it, cameras on them where they try to get a way of doing it, ban them. It's 2,000 regardless, because at the end of the day, their fans should just fight against that as well. They stand there. If I am somewhere, Robbie, if I'm somewhere, yeah, and me and you're somewhere and you're doing something wrong and I know it's wrong, and even if I don't know you, I'm telling you, yo, stop that. That's just me as a person. If I stand beside you and allow you to do something that is wrong, that means I'm upholding what you're doing, and I'm not disagreeing with what you're doing. So Millwall fans, you get the full idiot, jackass, donkey, the whole thing, everything.
And it's a shame.
Of course it is, man. Embarrassing,
like
man.
you said, I used to live in Millwall's ground back in the day as well, and I know Millwall fans as well. But this keeps happening, man. I said it the other day, right? When does it stop? And I listened to my radio today, and I heard people defend it. I heard Simon Jordan, right? I didn't want to call his name again, trying to make a case for why this might possibly have happened, saying that, you know, some people look at the Black Lives Matter movement and they are associated with statues being torn down and stuff like that. No, sorry, the footballers go down on one knee, right, to show solidarity to their fellow footballers, right, their fellow black footballers. That's why they do it.
And
right?
It's less than 10 seconds.
Right, that's what it's just a symbol to say we're all together. Nothing to do with statues, nothing to, anybody who thinks that is miles off the mark. The players do it just to show, it's not a political thing, it's just to say, you know what, bro, I support you, man.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? You're one of us.
Of course.
We're all in this thing together, and they go down on one knee, and that's why they do it. And those fans that are booing know that as well. They know it's nothing to do with statues. They know it's nothing to do with it. They know what they're doing.
Of course.
Anybody making excuses for them, right?
You support them.
That's how I look at it.
Yeah.
Stop it, right? I'm a black guy. All I want to be treated is the same as a white person, as a Asian person. All we want, every race, is to
Equal.
be treated equally.
That's right.
So that's what that is. It's just like, this is just to show solidarity. To be, let me give it up to even a guy that right now, I didn't want to, you know, I didn't want to call his name because of what he did to us yesterday, but that was Harry Kane. Yeah, and I heard an interview with him the other day, and they asked him about this. This was even before the Millwall thing, and they asked him about going down on one knee, and he said, he's made it clear. He said, I just want to go down on one knee and show my fellow black teammates
Exactly.
that we're all in this together.
Exactly.
We're all the same. That's Harry Kane saying that, and I had to applaud him when I heard him say that. I said, you know what? Respect for that.
Like, big and serious.
Right, so I'm sorry, these Millwall fans,
Yeah, man.
and anybody who's apologising for that, I'm sorry, no. Right? And I want them to keep, you know, at one stage I was saying, all right, maybe it's time to stop taking a knee now, and let's just start concentrating on the bigger issues.
Yeah.
Right? Because the knee thing's a symbol. But you know what? I want them to keep doing it. Right?
Yeah.
Because you know what? It exposes
Them.
those
Yes.
type of people who go to games, and I see them a lot at football sometimes, and they hide behind, and they go, I'm not racist, and they hide, but they got exposed. They got exposed at that game, right?
I just
and
hope
we
cameras
don't
can
want
pick up
them.
some of them.
We
I
don't
really
want
hope
them.
they
We don't
can.
want them in the game, man. And it's as simple as that. And as I said, I know I've got mates. I remember at the World Cup when I was with a guy, a Millwall fan. The guy was the coolest guy, man. Die-hard Millwall, right? And, you know, so I know Millwall, and I used to live near that ground, and I used to go past that ground. What should I say? Run past that ground sometimes on a Saturday when they're playing, yeah? Right? Down the Old Cape Road, right? And I know that, you know, it pains me because, you know, I see what that club, you know, I've been there with my son, he's even played against them, right? But, yeah, this got to stop, man.
It has to stop, man, 100%.
Yeah.
And listen, just before, listen to anyone out there, probably, even after what we just said, they're probably sitting there saying, oh, because they will say, oh, this white guy talk like this, look at this white guy, why does he speak like this? Listen, I'm from Jamaica. If you want to check it, go on my YouTube and you see there's a short documentary, 7 minutes, you can watch it, and then you might get a little bit more insight into me, and YouTube's White Yardie. So check it out, man, because I don't want, people don't feel like, oh, what's this guy got, why you jumping on it, and rare this. Right is right and wrong is wrong, man. And you have to stand up for something or fall for everything, you get me?
100%. Listen, thanks for watching the show today. Don't forget the link for Boohoo Man is in the description. Thought he's going then, he's cold.
No. Sit up, you know.
Studio is cold today, right?
Yeah.
Bit like Arsenal at the moment. Come on, Arteta, man, pull it around.